All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte.
Let's go, let's go! What? 180! 54 miles. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game one.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did. But once they got him in, they couldn't get him out. They had to feed him the ball more and more, and it's because of these types of runs. He just breaks defenses down with his power and his physicality.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Let's get it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Gurley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On the counter, Gurley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for going. Looking deep downfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, 37 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. From the gun, here's Newton. Forced out to his left, and that'll be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
57. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Newton on first down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Cam Newton all alone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, 33 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point try, good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now out on on the field. Here comes Los Angeles. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, 76. 76.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Pull together. Check 3.
11.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
With the score tied 7-7.
We go tonight. 180.
Pick up the ball. Mike 5-4 now. Mike 5-4.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 71 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
All day, every day, any day. Hey! Check 26. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Gun.
Tighten up. Trot.
Here's Newton. And it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Mike 57. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 1st down, Newton being chased out left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
From the 50, Newton steps away to his left. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for the Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On first and 10, Newton. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. He's got the first down inside the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tackle made by K1 Short.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got a man, complete. 36 yards on the play.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now it's Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second and 7, Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Gun.
Here we go again. Keep it.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
What is it? What's that? What ain't?
54 Mike. Bound to lose one.
What is it?
To throw again on second down. Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
What ain't it?
Coming. Shit.
Great.
Shit.
Great.
Hustle. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. There's a party now. 58.
20.
58 for Mike. Cut. 58.
Ready?
Now Newton on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
16-yard line.
Here we go. What ain't it?
58 for Mike.
And what's that? And what's the ball?
Slam.
Gun.
58 for Mike.
What is it?
Throwing again on second down. Newton looking left side. That's caught by Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up second and goal at the Rams 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Great.
Cut his right. 46. Check. Where's 52? Block 52. 52.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 24.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 rate. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Let's go.
Room here to run. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past them? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Remember, last year in Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, you know, and me and my crew, we got to see him. When they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, head coach Ron Rivera told the media that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. And each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, no doubt he's got the leg, but this time couldn't put it through. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Newton. Dancing to his left. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Forced out to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
180. Tiger. Hold on. Check.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency to do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
180.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
What? 180.
59. Let's go.
Hey, let's go. Go, Brown. That's it.
Here's Goff. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Man up, D.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Set. 180.
Hey. Whip.
20.
Watch the whip.
Gun.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Out to his left. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
8.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another carry now for Gurley. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up with that moment of truth and make the play on the football.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Check 31, check 31.
Great. 8. Great.
Zoom.
Operating from the gun. Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Moore. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. You go,
From the gun, Newton. He'll buy some time right. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
From the red zone now, Newton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Touchdown, Carolina. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th.
Check. Watch 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. A big run there by Gurley. 46 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To throw is Newton. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep. Back. This is caught at the 20. A big 3rd down play there for the Panthers. 41 yards. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Carolina, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.